Good morning. Hi, it's Sarah, and it's Sunday morning, mid-November, and actually it's the beginning of the week of Thanksgiving, and we are continuing on with the Course in Miracles, the first few lessons. So, what I thought I'd do this morning is we're on lesson 9 this morning, but what I'm going to do is read the first lessons up till then, so they start to kind of meld and make a little sense. So we started with lesson 1, which was nothing I see in this room, on this street, from this window, in this place means anything. Number 2, I have given everything I see in this room, on this street, from this window, in this place, all the meaning it has for me. Lesson 3, I do not understand anything I see in this room, on this street, from this window, in this place. Lesson 4, these thoughts do not mean anything. They are like the things I see in this room, on this street, from this window, and in this place. Lesson 5, I am never upset for the reasons that I think. Lesson 6, I am upset because I see something that is not there. Lesson 7, I see only the past. Lesson 8, my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. So, we're beginning to pry open our minds. We're beginning to question how we see the world with these first few lessons. We're beginning to loosen up the grip of ego, of unconsciousness, of being unconscious and just being caught up and not knowing that there's another way to be, or that we are really something different than our thoughts. And this is the beginning of liberation and the beginning of living and seeing in a whole new way. And again, it's very it shakes your world at the beginning, and it opens up your mind to questioning, and it puts you from having lived here and not having any consciousness to slightly over here, just starting to say to yourself, wow, maybe I do see things. Maybe I am in the past. Maybe everything I see is based on everything I've ever known and learned from the past. And that lens is coloring what I see now in the present. So lesson number 9 is I see nothing as it is now. This idea obviously follows from all of the preceding ones, but while you may be able to accept it intellectually, it is unlikely that it will mean anything to you as yet. However, understanding is not necessary at this point. That's awesome, because we aren't going to understand this, and we are going to be irritated by it and reject it. At least I did at first. I was very frustrated by these first few lessons. So let me say that again. Understanding is not necessary at this point. In fact, the recognition that you do not understand is a prerequisite for undoing your false ideas. These exercises are concerned with practice, not with understanding. You You do not need to practice what you already understand. It would indeed be circular to aim at understanding and assume that you have it already. It is difficult for the untrained mind to believe that what it seems to picture is not there. What it seems to picture is not there. That is very difficult. It can be quite disturbing and may meet with active resistance in any number of forms. Yet that does not preclude applying it, no more than it is required for these or any other exercises. In other words, just keep going with it. No matter resistance, frustration, anger, irritation, just keep going. Practice. I know that I know from my own experience that at the beginning I really resisted all of this. And I'm glad that I just kept going and understood that I didn't need to know and that I didn't need to even agree. So again, this idea can be quite disturbing, that I see nothing as it is now, and may meet with active resistance in any number of forms. That does not preclude applying it. No more than that is required for these or any other exercises. Each small step will clear a little of the darkness away, and understanding will finally come to lighten every corner of the mind that has been cleared of the debris that darkens it. That is good stuff. These exercises, for which 3 or 4 practice periods are sufficient, involve looking about you and applying the idea for the day to whatever you see, remembering the need for its indiscriminate application and the essential rule of excluding nothing. For example, I do not see this typewriter as it is now. I do not see this telephone as it is now. I do not see this arm as it is now. Begin with things that are nearest you and extend your range outward. I do not see that coat rack as it is now. I do not see that door as it is now. I do not see that face as it is now. It's emphasized again that while complete inclusion should not be attempted, specific exclusion must be avoided. Be sure you're honest with yourself in making this distinction. You may be tempted to obscure it. So in other words, I see nothing as it is now. We don't want to make any exceptions when we're looking about us. Oh well, I might not see that TV as it is now, but I sure do see that tree as it is now. I can't possibly not seeing that tree as it is now. So it's just saying, don't make any exclusions in what you're looking at because it's all the same. I see nothing as it is now. That's the lesson for the day. I see nothing as it is now because my lens is clouded by the past. I see through a lens. I see through pre-programming of all that I've learned, of all that anyone's ever told me. I've made these images in my own mind, and I want to see clearly. I want to see reality. I want to see through God's eyes. So, it's a good lesson today, and happy to be here. I'm so filled with appreciation and joy and gratefulness to be able to do this, to be able to share my life and my learning with all those brothers and sisters that are searching for heaven on earth, because we're not here to suffer. And we're not here to be in pain. We are here to enjoy this life, and we can. We just have to change the way we see things and perceive from within to without, and just understand what this curriculum is trying to teach us. And I am here to help. I know that now. I know that I am here for a purpose, and this is part of my purpose, to help all of my brothers and sisters to find heaven on earth and become aware of who they really are. Who we really are is not our thoughts and our feelings and the pain that we feel. Who we really are is the part of us that can disidentify from that false self that suffers and then dies. Because we never die. Who we really are is connected to God, and who we really are lives on forever. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. You are a complete mirror of me, and we're in this life together. We're never alone. We're completely connected, and we're never separate. You are never separate from anyone or anything on this earth. You're made up of all of the same exact things. You are life force, you are light, and you are love. So take that with you today. Be gentle to yourself, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.